Okay, hello. Good morning or good evening or good night, whatever. Okay, this is actually a debrief on specimen 2. Just to let you know, I don't usually assign specimen 1 and 2 to anybody because it's actually a very long question and you won't be able to finish them in the real exam. Definitely. Because these two were created before SBL exam was actually launched. So it's just a model question. So it's not a very good question to do, but it's a good question to do exercise. Okay, fair enough. So let's go. This candidate tried to answer this question. So I will fulfill my promise. I will give some comments on this. Hopefully you get better understanding from all of this. Okay. So this is your answer plan. Okay. I'm not sure whether or not in the CB platform you are able to highlight like this in your how to say a words document. Who knows? If you can, very good. You put your numbers here and your format here is acceptable. Good. And I would say this is interesting on the left side. On the right side, it's very confusing to me. I'm not sure what this is about. But it doesn't matter. All right. So 1B is about this one. Okay, assess the role, plus minus. Remember all those things you did not put, plus and minus. Role, okay, demonstration, okay, fair enough. All right. Task 1 is a briefing paper. To, from, fair enough. I'm not very sure about the date. If there's no particular date, then it's possible just put all the access there. Okay. Be careful. You're putting the current date, so it's quite dangerous. Now let's get your answer. Introduction is fair, nothing much. You did define agency relationship, which is very good. All right. And this is actually not an answer. It's basically a theory. Are they asking for the conflict between the stakeholders? I don't think so. All right. So is this required or is it just a lecture? Now, on the roles and responsibilities, this is where you got it wrong. You need to explain the roles and responsibilities of the people here, the people you identified within the agency relationship issue. There is there could be what? Uh, apa? The trustee, the board members, and also the customer. So these people are the ones who should be explained in this particular area. But you explain in this form, they do not match or they do not at all relate to a case or the requirement even. Means that you're not answering to the requirement. That's it. It's normal to get confused. So that's why I'm here. All right. So this is totally wrong. I urge you to read the article that I sent you about read the mind of the marker. Sorry, typo. All right. Seems you don't really get the requirement properly. You don't understand. Never mind. You need to explain the roles and responsibilities of the parties that you defined earlier, and of course, try to relate to the case. Mhm. Okay, nothing much here. Another one, roles and value. I'm not sure what this is about. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so it's okay. You get it wrong, you get it wrong. Never mind. So let's look at the solution. I'll try to move back and forth in this page against the solution page to make it easier for you to understand. Don't worry. So whenever you get a question paper and you have attempted the question, after doing that particular question in full, do not go to the solution page. Go to the marking scheme. The marking scheme will tell you how far you can go, how many marks are you looking for. This will help you actually develop a better idea after you've read the answer. All right. If you read the answer without reading this, then you may not know why am I answering. Why is the answer this way? Why is it formed that way? Because it is all based on the marking scheme. Another question is that student will complain. The marking scheme will not be available to you as the student before the exam, which is true. However, let me tell you now, the reason why you look at the marking scheme is that there will be resemblance, okay, familiarity, similarity between this particular question and the future exam question. If you know what they look like, you'll be able to imagine that how they will be put inside the marking scheme. Again, doing this means what? You are able to prepare for the real exam. I hope you understand. Huh? Okay. So let's go to the first requirements answer. Now we here. Mm, hello, hello, hello. There you go. All right. So again, the suggested solution, they are just suggested. There could be others which are acceptable. Disclaimer. Okay, briefing paper, FAO. and title. Next is your heading. I mean your introduction. So somebody is asking, what's the format of briefing paper? You can use this format. Briefing paper for attention of title and intro. Or you can say briefing paper to from date title intro. It is still acceptable. This is your part that you get your marks, whereby they talk about the definition of agency theory with some part of RTC, board members. Okay, all of this one is there. Now, the second part is the roles and responsibilities. So let me pick out a few. The one in blue is actually those who are actually being affected. In this case, the board members who are accountable to the trustees. Okay, they're different people. So, and then what's their responsibility? That's why I put in two different color. So you have to understand these are their role. Okay, they have to answer to whom, be accountable to trustee, and what must they do is their responsibility. That's it. Another one will be what? The principal, who is the taxpayer and customer. Okay, what must they do? Such as what? There. Whatever I highlighted this one, this is what needs to be represented inside your answer. It does not have to be word per word. You just have to split them properly and simplify the language. Of course, in the exam, you will never be able to write something like this. So that is why I try to color code the answer or the points for you to understand what is the step one, what is the step two. Okay, this should be what step two and three. Sorry. Next one, we have another one. Trust. What must they do? Okay, and how must they do it? Is the important thing. Okay, of course it's not all of them. I did not pick everything, but the ones I choose for you to read, which are easier to understand and something you can replicate on your own. Again, if you follow this step, you definitely will pass this particular requirement. Please, don't forget to read. Next one, part B is about what? Role and value of non-executive directors to the board. Okay, this is more or less theoretical. You can read on your own. Doesn't make that sense to read for you. If you're not sure, it's okay. Forget it, that one. Because to me, it's actually too much theory. I don't believe in the exam they'll ask this kind of question because this was a model question. So don't worry. Let's look at second question. The second part of your question. What do you do? Mhm. Number two. Right. Prepare a report for the trust. Okay. On the survey. All right. So you have to be looking at the survey. Survey is what? Exhibit 3, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what happens. There should be some kind of financial evaluation on the spreadsheet you can refer to, but no need to include in the report page, which is true. You should be using the survey to do some kind of minor calculation. If you have not, then your outcome of this particular report may not be as effective, or it could be very, very, very vague. And by looking at the how you say verb, again, you did not identify the verb here, so it should be on evaluation, plus or minus, whether or not it has been complied with or not. Okay, let's see what happened. Look at the date. I don't mind. Who cares? All right. Now, online ticket. What is this about? Nothing. I'm not very sure this one. Huh? So must refer to the exhibit to make discussion. All right. So security, hands with customization. I'm not very sure. Customer have seen many people bought without ticket, shows that lacking in control. Hence, this will lead to customer satisfied. Result customer questioning and only customer. If I were the customer and I find out that the train station is not having good internal control and people are coming in without paying, I will be happy because what? I can also be one of those people who ride the train for free. Just my idea lah. Okay. Satisfaction again. Okay, lowest compared to others. Okay, where's your RTC? All right, injury. Okay, what has happened? Why did they become injured? All right. So basically, your answers do not actually meet with the requirement. So basically, you wasted your time in writing so much. Be careful, huh? So never mind. Let's look at the solution. See what happens. Again, it's just an idea, generation idea. So two from okay. Remember, no date. Hmm. Report. Okay. So this is the diagram that you should not put inside your real answer. Careful lah. But you can put these numbers in your spreadsheet to find out what's going on. You have to take evaluate between targets whether or not they are achieved, just like variance analysis. So there's actually what customer satisfaction survey. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it items there? So it could be what 12 marks for you if you explain properly. You need to uh, evaluate this particular uh, movement of percentage from year 15 to year 16 against the actual, right? And then you get your actual and then your target. Sorry, the target. So you can see the target says what they want it to be plus increase by 3%. But what actually happened was they decreased by 3%. Again, this diagram must not be put inside your report. Just put the numbers there inside your spreadsheet. It'll be enough. So you need to compare values. If you remember how we did uh, ratio analysis, we compare values, another value to another value. So here is actually what customer satisfaction has declined in year 6, year 16 by 3% compared to what's required by to be increased by 3% by the transport. So that will give you 1 mark. You compare between the two. All right. Next one, you have to explain the reason why this happened, or you have to explain the reason or the impact of your result. That's how you get your second mark. So even though in the suggested solution, their answers are quite long, very long paragraph, in the real exam, you need to only focus to simplify these two things. The ones I colored in yellow, the ones I underline in squiggly. That's it. All right. Try to minimize your answer, whereby you do cover your basis. There is your comparison against your impact or reason. I believe it's step 2 and step 3. So again, you should simplify to be able to sentence to make it shorter and easier to understand. The first part is what? The second part is customer satisfaction. All right, decreased by 4% against what's required by the transport at 2% plus. So this actually what a non-compliance. 1 mark for you to show that what discrepancies. Okay, and then give reason or impact. In this case, there's a reason why customer not happy. Copy paste. All right, copy paste to give value. Remember? Next, the third one. Okay, staff helpfulness. So in this one, I put yellow because why? This is the only how you say? This is the only KPI in the diagram whereby they comply. This is a positive implication. Therefore, there's no need to give any reason on impact. So you still get 1 mark. Okay. But now the next part is that the availability of staff is not there. 2% decline. Okay, not achieve target, and the reason why. Okay. The reason why? Because not many people are there because people are absent from work because they're not happy. That's the reason. That's how you get your 2 marks. What did I put there? Okay. These are to be discussed as always. If you look at the requirement, sorry, let me go back. If you look at the requirement, where is it? Oh, wrong page. Sorry, my mistake. Hold on. If you look at the requirement, is it here? Mm, okay. Evaluate the implications. Evaluate means plus and minus impact, right? So, well, plus and minus, if you have to do positive evaluation or negative evaluation, it does not matter. If you focus on the negatives only, I don't think it's going to be a problem because the PSM says analysis, so you're fine. You are fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's go back to the solution page. Let's see where do you go. I only cover, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 elements only. The rest you can cover on your own. All right. So you have to know how to read the solution and extract what is there and do your own uh, write up to make it simpler to understand. That's it. Same idea. So second part actually the performance of the industry players. Okay, I put in blue here for this reason. By looking at this thing, you know that the growth in revenue is the lowest in Realco. Remember, from 3 they grew to 2%, whereas others from 5 they grew to 8, 5 went to lower to 9, but still overall both are higher than Realco. So how do we use this? You have to use this to compare between the most obvious. Okay, the most obvious means what? You compare Realco against the best player in terms of revenue, and then there have to be a relationship. When you talk about revenue, you must logically talk about sales per price, or in this case, price of tickets. Look at the number again. The price of tickets for Sealand Rail has decreased by 4.7%. However, the price of tickets of Railco has increased by 8%. Now, even though the tickets price has increased, how come the revenue is low? This is your analysis skills. So here is what I've stated. I put in the box is what this box here represents the other two boxes above. So again, you can simplify, all right, and then you have to relate to the case. Okay, remember this one, huh? Okay. Please understand, whatever they give you in the solution is more than enough. Sometimes they try to give you example or justification more than once. You have to only pick up once. There's no need to repeat yourself again on other example to explain the same idea, because this is actually a suggested solution. Another one is that all three have healthy operating margin, but Reco has the worst performing of all. Because of why? Explain lah. Okay, because decrease on this should be of concern. Another idea is what? Efficiency. The kilometer per, not per hour. The what? The kilometer per cost per kilometer. It shows that what? Realco is also burning money because they are not being effective. They cost more per kilometer than their competitors. Put numbers in. Alright. So this is some ideas how you compare between the company against the competitor. Of course, the rest is still the same, but you have to find the information just the way I did, so you can understand more. If you read the answers like a storybook, then you get a storybook without understanding what's going on. Look at this answer solution. It's so big. Nobody in the whole world can write this one. Not even I can do this. It doesn't make sense. So try to extract like I did here. All right. So this is basically a training of how to read the solution. If you can do this, then in the end, you should be able to create your own solution, which is smaller, shorter, and faster. I hope it works. Okay, let's go back to the question page. What do you do? To be is here. Okay, this is not a letter format, my dear. Okay. Basically, you got some marks here, which is logical in its sense. Okay. So let's see what happens in the solution. To be, remember, dear sir, bukan dear kerusi ya. Doesn't matter. Dear chairman or whatever. Okay. First, identify the witness. Alright. And then explain what happened. Then next one, another witness, explain what happened. Witness, explain what happened. So I've color coded everything. I've took out the witnesses. So you can choose which one. Because for the first step, they talk about what? Passenger accessing without tickets, right? This is one point you can use, or you can use this point. It's the same thing. Because in this particular heading, there are more than one example to be used. So it's okay. The second one, what? Safety procedures, because increase in number of people become injured. The reason why? Not enough. What? Not enough practice, not enough training. So step 2 and step 3, isn't it? Is there? Basically, what you're doing, you're saying identify witness, you give the implication, and then you give the reason. Same thing lah. Okay. Same thing. Lack of investment online in booking. What happened? All right. Okay, same thing. This one, what happened? I split them out. So you read the answer again and try to create your own answer. I hope this one is simpler for you to read. This is the second part of the question. This is just an intro. This is about what? What he did. This is totally about the stupidity done by the CEO. So I have taken them out for you to see. So this is it. This is it. Okay, you can read on your own later. Okay. All of this about what? about what he did wrong as a CEO because he does not understand his job. Okay, hopefully this can help you form your own heading and come up with your own answers. Okay, next. Okay, where am I now? Question 3 ni apa ni? Hmm. Okay, not bad. You got some ideas. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, this is it. Find looking for the candidates. Overall, you are correct, but overall, I would say you are lacking in RTC because you need your ideas are more generalized discussion. But I would say they are getting better. Should I go back to the solution? I'm not sure because it's quite nah. You can just read the solution and try to apply what I just did. Okay, doesn't mean that much. But on the slide part, I don't think you're answering the question with the slides because slides consist of two things. One is slide, hmm, the other is your notes. So you were not actually doing it properly. Slide and sorry, my mistake. Slide is here and notes is here. All right. So that's not what you did for your actual answer. So I do not want to check that one lah. It's not right. Okay. Slide dah. Okay, sorry. This is not what slide should look like. Please check the solutions. Okay, the solution pun not so accurate because it's too much. Question number 4 is about what? Race committee, blah blah. I hate this kind of question. Okay, question 4 I won't go that far because question 4 is quite difficult. If you have done your double A or triple A, it could be easier for you. This is actually to me a control question whereby not many people can do. If you attempt to do it, you will definitely not get through. So please be careful. Alright. Same with part B. I think A and B are similar, but part B is actually for your recommendation. You did show that you were able to recommend the right way. They are logical and practical. So again, please type the solution to enhance your suggestions. Okay, good enough. What else? Next one, question 5 is about business case. Again, not easy topic. Will confuse you even more. You try to read a solution and you cry. So don't read. But on the PID part, initially it looks good. You have the proper, how to say, itemizing, but read the solution to improve on your points. Okay, there are some missing, but the idea is okay. Idea is correct. It's acceptable. We need more because to me, this one looks more like a answer plan. So overall, specimen 2 is quite difficult to use or to do apply in the case. It is if it was an actual exam, nobody will pass. Comparison, you should be able to compare your answers to the article given to get alternative answer. I would say this is a good effort. Where's my article? Let me see. Yeah. So hold on. So this is the article I'm talking about. It's all here. Okay. They give you other solution. The notes, whatever, is here. So please have a go and see what they mean to you. I hope it's okay. The answer is there. Thank you very much. I hope this session is helpful. I'll try my best to make it simple for you to understand. As I promised, I will mark for your papers, and I did. I don't really. I should have told you that I should not do specimen 1 or 2 for me to mark. It's okay. You can try again. Other question. Maybe you can try what? TT for you, Dolce, those questions, and send it to me. I shall mark for you later. Thank you. Bye bye.